Welcome to my introduction. My introduction and presentation is about Perl programming language. Perl is a family of two high-level general-purpose distributed and generative programming dialects. Perl was initially created by Larry Divider in 1987 as a general-purpose Unix scripting dialect to form a port for kernel-less demands. It contains especially simple object-oriented programming language structures. It is effectively executable because it underpins 25,000 open source modules. It underpins Unicode. It incorporates effective devices to prepare content to create is consistent with markup dialects which is HTML and XML. However, Perl is a very interesting programming language. What is Perl used for? It is used for many tasks such as administration, web development, network programming, GUI development, and is used a lot more. Perl, a cross-platform open source computer programming dialect utilized broadly with the commercial and private computing sectors. Perl could be a top choice among web engineers for its adaptable, precisely advising, text processing, and problem-solving capabilities. Where is Perl utilized? The control of Perl can be executed in numerous areas. The foremost well-known use of Perl is web advancement. Perl additionally utilized to mechanize numerous assignments with the web server and other organizations occupations. It can naturally create emails and clean up frameworks. Is Perl a front end or is Perl a back end? Perl is the back end and the front end advancements dialect after taken by PHP. All front-end programming can be conceivable, as it were, by JavaScript or its variations such as Qt, TypeScript, which are inside compliant to JavaScript. Perl is a good end and is a front end. Web pages have gotten to web applications improvements have made for creating inactive HTML to both clients and server-side reprogramming, with both clients and capable backends. Perl is too well suited for creating advanced web applications. The term front-end and back-end allude to where the code runs with the client server module is a confidential client-server application. Perl can be utilized to compile either the client, front-end or back-end of the server, which is the back conclusion. Is Perl difficult to learn? No, Perl is not difficult to learn. As long as you're focused and you put your mind in it and keep on working hard, you will surely get used to Perl. It looks like most programming dialects you are likely to have experience with, so the off chance that you have ever composed a C programming and an auth script, a shell script, or indeed a fundamental programming, you are now partly aware as there is. If you would like to learn more about Perl programming languages, you can use YouTube. There are different sources and example on YouTube which can tell you how you can begin to get used with Perl. For example, you can go on full YouTube tutorial for, then you can look at them and compare them. And once you've looked at each of them, always make sure you go back and to see what the tutorial is about and how you can get better at it. So with textbooks are really good because there's a lot of information there on how you can use them. Anytime you read the textbook, make sure you analyze it. And reading and writing is very important. You can also practice the code on your computer. For example, let's say you're really interested in learning about this Perl programming language, which is a really good programming language and is used a lot and it will continue to be used a lot in future. So there's 7 days in a week. Each day you could use 3 hours to learn about these programming languages. If you do this for 9 months, you get better and better and better. So 3 hours a day, if you do that 7 days a week, that will give you a lot of energy and resources for you to learn about. That would also equal up to 21 hours of you learning about Perl programming languages. And believe me, when you're doing that, you'll be an expert at it. Always be demanding and focused. This is a really interesting programming language that you would like to learn. Is Perl troublesome to memorize? No, Perl is not hard to memorize. Just continue practicing and practicing and practicing, and you'll be great at it. Keep learning, keep looking at your YouTube tutorials, keep looking at textbooks, and go over and what you've learned and continue to practice. Why is Perl very fast? The reason why Perl is very fast is because Perl compiles itself into excessively optimized dialects, sometimes recently execution, compared to the numerous scripting dialects. This makes Perl execution nearly as quick as compiled C code. Perl's built-in capacities, such as short and print are about quick adhesive patterns. Perl really compiles itself into explicitly optimized dialects, sometimes recently executions, compared to the numerous scripting dialects. This makes Perl execution nearly as quick as compiled C code. Perl is built in capacities such as sort and print, and are but as quick as the C partners. Perl is speedier than other programming languages for numerous errands, are more capable and more capable. One-liner Perl has easy rules which is permit you to type in fast script. Standard expressions, they are first-class data type instead of adding. This implies you to take control with them programmatically like other first-class objects. Thanks for listening to my presentation. Thanks for listening to my video presentation. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you do in future go and look at programming Perl and learn how to use it. Thank you.